Hey, I am Bharti. Welcome to English Alpha. Today we are going to discuss one of the important topics in English grammar, conditional clauses, also called as if clauses. Conditional sentences are made up of two parts. One is condition and another one result. If it rains, I will not go out. If you heat iron, it expands. If you observe, conditional sentences start with a conjunction if. Unless you come regularly, your efforts will be wasted. Unless you work harder, you will fail. For negative sentences, we use unless. Unless is used as a substitute of if not. If clause is a condition, whereas main clause is a result of the condition. If she comes, I shall help her. The if clause generally comes first, but it can come after the main clause also. You can swap the two parts, right? You can start a sentence with main clause and you can write if clause after it. Like, I shall help her if she comes. The meaning remains same. There is no change which part you are writing first. Remember to use comma if you are using if clause at the beginning, whereas if you are using main clause, you have to avoid comma. Comma is not used if you are starting a sentence with a main clause. I will inform him about you if I meet him. There is no comma after a main clause. There are 5 different types of conditional sentences in English. Zero conditionals. First condition, also known as probable condition. Second condition or imaginary condition. Third condition or impossible condition. And the last one, mixed conditionals, which is a mix of second and third condition. Now let's have a detailed discussion of each conditionals. Let's begin with zero conditionals. Zero conditionals are used to talk about scientific facts or universal fact or a general truth. The result of the condition is always same. It is logically and scientifically also agreeable. The probability of the fulfillment of condition is 100%. No matter what, result of the condition is always same. In every conditionals, we have two parts, if clause, which is a condition, and main clause, which is a result. In zero conditionals, if clause should be in simple present. Main clause also should be in simple present tense. For example, if people smoke cigarettes, their health suffers. Okay. The condition is if people smoke cigarette. And what is the result? Their health suffers. If you boil water at 100 degrees Celsius, condition, and the result, it evaporates. No matter what, the result of the condition remains always same. If you mix white and red color, you get pink color. Hope you understood zero conditionals. Let's move to next one, that is first condition, which is also called probable condition. Probable condition or first condition is used to express situation in which the outcome is likely to happen. Okay, may not be guaranteed, but there is a possibility. The probability of fulfillment of condition is 50-50%. Two parts, if clause and main clause. In first condition, the condition need to be in simple present, but main clause, that is result, should be in simple future. structure of simple present, as you know, subject plus V1, and the structure of simple future is subject plus you need to use modals like either will, shall, or in place of will or shall you can use can or may also, plus V1 form of a verb. Let's see the examples. If you work hard, you will pass the exam. Unless you send me the bill, I will not pay it. If you swear to serve the company faithfully, I will employ you. Right? Here, the condition and the fulfillment of the condition, the probability you have 50% of chances may or may not happen, but there is a chance of fulfillment of the condition we have. The main clause often has will, but we can use other models as I told you like shall, can, may, etc. Remember, most of the students make a mistake using a future tense in if condition, which is wrong. Okay, do not use future tense in if condition. For example, if you will ask me, I will help you. We should not use will or shall in if condition, which is wrong. Move to next condition, second conditional or imaginary conditional. Right? We use the conditions to express unrealistic or something not likely to happen in future. Right? Imaginary type of sentences we use second conditionals. If clause should be in simple past, whereas main clause should be written in conditional past. That is subject plus would or should plus V1 form of a verb. Okay. For example, if she were a rich person, she would help me to set up a business. If she were a rich person, is she a rich person? No. It's just it is an hypothetical sentence, right? If she were a rich person, she would help me to set up a business. If I were a bird, I would fly high in the sky. Am I a bird now? Can I fly in the sky? So it is completely imaginary, right? If I were a bird, I would fly high in the sky. If I had a car, I wouldn't travel in a bus. We use second conditionals or imaginary conditionals to talk about hypothetical sentences, something which is unreal, or imaginary sentences. You're just imagining. After she, I used were, and after I used were. Can we use were? If I was or if I were. Okay, we use were in second conditionals. Second conditionals, we have to use were no matter what the subject is, right? I, he, she, you, it, they. It can be I were, she were, he were, you were, it were, or they were. So only in imaginary conditionals we use were irrespective of the subject. The common mistake what generally students make is use of would or should in if condition. Okay, so don't use would or should in if clause. Hope second conditionals are clear. Let's move to next one, that is third conditional or impossible conditionals. The name itself suggests the fulfillment of this condition is impossible. Okay. These kind of sentences are used to explain that present circumstances would be different if something different had happened in the past. Both the condition and results are impossible. Both parts take place in past tense. We often use third conditional to express regrets. Probability of the fulfillment of condition is 0 because both condition and result takes place in the past and no one can change past. It already happened. Okay. There is no chance of happening in future. See, it already happened in the past. So there is no probability of fulfillment of the condition in these impossible conditionals. If clause should be written in past perfect and main clause need to be written in conditional perfect. Past perfect structure is subject plus had plus V3, that is past participle form of a verb. And conditional perfect structure is subject plus would or should plus have plus V3, that is past participle form of a verb. For example, if you had invited me, I would have attended your party. If you had invited me in the past, I would have attended your party in the past. Both took place in the past, right? So we cannot change it. You did not invite me and I did not attend your party. It's over. If you had asked her, she would have helped you. You did not ask her and she could not help you. If I had had a car, I wouldn't have traveled in a bus. I did not have a car. I could not travel in a bus. Two hads in a same sentence? Yes, we can. One had is structure and one had is V3 form of verb have. If I have a car, have past form is had. So if I had had a car, I wouldn't have traveled in a bus. Now let's have a quick review of all these conditionals before we move to next one. Every condition has two parts, if clause or condition and main clause or result. Zero condition, simple present and main clause need to be in simple present. We use zero condition to talk about facts or truth, universal truth. First condition, if clause should be in simple present, whereas main clause is in simple future. Where we have probability of fulfillment of the sentence, we use first condition. Second, simple past and main clause should be in conditional past, and we use second type for hypothetical sentences or something which is imaginary type of sentences. And third condition, past perfect and main clause should be in conditional perfect. We use third condition to talk about something which had happened already, something which cannot change. We can swap the placement of these parts. You can start with main clause and you can write if clause after main clause, or you can write if clause before main clause. Both are correct. Let's move to next one, that is mixed conditionals. Do not panic. Mixed conditionals is nothing but it is a combination of two parts of second and third conditionals. When we put different parts of second and third conditionals together, we form mixed conditionals. Mixed conditionals are unreal or imaginary type of sentences. So here we have second and third condition. You have to mix if clause of second condition and main clause in third condition, or you can write if clause from third condition and main clause from second condition. If plus simple past plus conditional perfect. Structure, subject plus V2, comma plus subject plus would or should plus have plus V3. If I had money, simple past, I would have bought a house. Conditional, perfect. If it wasn't urgent, simple past, from second condition, I wouldn't have called you. Conditional past from third condition. Next combination, if plus past perfect plus conditional past. Subject plus had plus V3 plus subject plus would or should plus V1. If you had practiced well, if clause is from past perfect third conditional first part. If clause is third conditional first part, whereas main clause is second conditional second part. If I had taken that job, I would be in a better position now. If clause third conditional first part and main clause second conditional second part. This is all about conditionals. Hope you understood. Yet if you have any kind of doubts, you just write in the comment section. Thank you so much for choosing my channel to learn English. See you in the next video. Till then, happy learning. Thank you once again.